Here's a fun one, screaming out joy. The famous wagonette, okay? It's a 3-bench wagon, okay? A 2-seater for the front-facing drivers, and then two 2-seaters for the people in the back. It's called a wagonette, but look at the joy in this, okay? So I filtered all English words that end in "et," which equals joy, and wagonette is the very last one. But it is a horse-drawn, okay? Now, I noticed that horse and drawn both divide by 5, which we are seeing as the number of joy in 5 letters, no less. So horse equals 65, drawn equals 60. I haven't checked the word carriage. But wagon, okay, from a child's wagon is a pure joy, okay? Also like a cart, like if you have for a child with a, wait a second. Yeah, cart divides by 5, but wagon is one of the earliest joy toys you ever had as a kid. Let's go for a wagon ride. So WG is 30, AN is 15, and O is 15. Glaring 5s in the word wagon. Well, a wagonette gets even higher. Okay, now you're driving behind a horse with up to 6 people. That's joy. I mean, if everyone did this in town today, rather than insane automobiles, people would be way happier, way healthier, in way better shape, be way better looking, be way more in love, and be singing their heads off, talking to each other and praising the Lord. So, and pay attention to the last of anything. Like the wagonette is the last word in the English dictionary that ends in ETTE, which is the famous joy ending, which is composed of pure 5s. Okay, I got a cool gem here that every brunette and every blonde, okay, blonde spelt with a female, ends in joy. Okay. Nice plug for the ladies there. There's your 50 there on the end of blonde. There's your 50 on the end of joy. And that's actually what teleported me into this whole "et" thing was the word omelet. And practically every form of eggs, which God has been putting in front of me, divides by 5. Scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, or scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, beaten eggs, omelet, poached eggs, eggs Benedict. It's been amazing. Okay. But there you go. So wagonette is a screaming 5 fest, a screaming joy fest, and it's not hard to imagine the joy you would have in that situation on a sunny day. There you go. So let's get the word carriage on there. I have no idea what that one will be. Not carriager. The word buggy also comes to mind. Carriage does not divide by 5. Well, technically it's a horse-drawn wagon. That's actually what you should say. It's a horse-drawn wagon. A wagon is something that doesn't have a roof over it. Okay, it's the IMAX OmniVision experience. No roof, no windows, just IMAX 360 view. Yay! Feel the weather, feel the wind. Wind equals joy. So it's a horse-drawn wagon. That's exactly what it is. Back in the day, they would say wagons east or square the wagons. Okay, so every word divides by 5. Horse, drawn, and wagon in 5 letters. So that's actually the way you should refer to it. This is a horse-drawn wagon. You know when you played with a wagon as a little child and your daddy or your mummy pulled you? Well, now you have a horse-drawn wagon. And what's magical, what's foreordained about that is you have 5 letters apiece in each word, and each word divides by 5. Now, I've analyzed wagon and horse, and you can get triple 5s from each of those words. Let's analyze the word drawn. You can, well, I can see you get the DA. It looks like you can get 2 teams of 5s. First pass, that's my look there. No problem. So, horse is 65, drawn is 60, and wagon is 60. Pfft. Sorry, I was off camera, but that's glaring. So, a horse-drawn wagon. A wagonette. Pure 5s, the number of joy. Okay? There you go, and these were used for centuries, and they still exist, and people should make a comeback with this, God willing. Well, in any town where there's some degree of outdoor love and sanity. Anyways, just kidding, okay? God is sovereign over tech, but seriously, people, how much more fun did they have in that day? Okay. Okay, so I just had to report on that one, and I've been, there's a lot of, it's easy to see a lot of these words that have the great joy number on the end, the great 5s, okay? Pretty interesting. Very interesting indeed, this study, these 5s, this joy study. Very interesting.